Beloved, the act of fasting is not just about abstaining from food or drink. It goes much deeper than that. Fasting is a way to reconnect with the divine, to quiet the noise of the world so you can hear the whispers of the Spirit. It's a moment of stillness, a sacred pause, where your focus shifts from the physical to the spiritual, from the distractions of the flesh to the nourishment of the soul. When you fast, you are not depriving yourself. You are making room. You are creating space for the Father to fill with His presence, His wisdom, His love. The body may feel hunger, but the soul finds fullness. This is why fasting holds such power. It is not about what you lack, but about what you gain in spirit. Each moment of discipline, each act of letting go, strengthens your connection with the divine. Fasting helps you remember that you are more than the body, more than your physical needs. It shifts your attention to the eternal part of you, the spirit that remains connected to the Father, even when the world pulls you in different directions. As you fast, you are reminded that your true sustenance comes not from bread alone, but from every word that flows from the Father's heart. You are fed by divine truth, nourished by love, and strengthened by faith. Fasting is also an act of surrender, a way of saying, Father, I trust you. I trust that you will provide for my needs, both physical and spiritual. It is a sacred practice that aligns you with the rhythm of heaven, allowing you to tune into the higher frequencies of love, peace, and wisdom. And remember, beloved, fasting is not about perfection. It's about intention. It's about humbling yourself and opening your heart, allowing the Spirit to work through you, to cleanse, to heal, and to renew. In those quiet moments of fasting, you come to understand that the real strength doesn't come from the food you consume, but from the divine connection that sustains you. So when you fast, do it with joy. Do it with a heart open to receive. Know that each step you take in this sacred practice is leading you closer to the Father, to deeper understanding, and to the unfolding of the divine purpose in your life. Beloved, the world you live in is filled with distractions, with noise, with things that try to pull your focus away from what truly matters. This is what many have come to call the Matrix, a system designed to keep you caught up in the material, in the physical, so that you forget your true essence, which is spirit. You see, the Matrix thrives on consumption, whether it's food, entertainment, or endless desires for more. It wants you to believe that fulfillment comes from these external things, but in truth, they only keep you bound. When you fast, you are making a conscious choice to step outside of that system, to unplug from the illusion that the physical world is all there is. You are reminding yourself that your body, though a beautiful creation, is not who you are. It is simply a vessel. Fasting is not just about going without food. It's about letting go of the things that control you, whether it's hunger, distractions, or the need to constantly consume. It's about breaking free from the hold the world tries to have on you. Through fasting, you elevate your consciousness. You begin to see how much of your daily life is shaped by patterns and influences that don't serve your higher purpose. The Matrix wants you to stay asleep, to stay unaware, but fasting wakes you up. It clears the fog and helps you see the world for what it truly is: temporary, fleeting, and often deceptive. When you fast, you tune in to something deeper, something eternal. You reconnect with your spirit, with the divine within you, and that is where the real truth lies. The physical world can be a beautiful place, but it was never meant to define you or to control you. Fasting is a way of reclaiming your power, of saying, I am not a slave to my physical needs, to my desires, or to the distractions of this world. You are more than what you consume. You are more than what the world tells you to be. When you fast, you are breaking free from the limitations of the Matrix and stepping into the freedom of spiritual truth. Fasting opens your mind to new realities, realities that go beyond what your eyes can see and your hands can touch. It allows you to see the patterns that have been running your life, and it gives you the clarity to choose differently. You begin to understand that you are not here to simply survive in the system. You are here to thrive in the light of divine truth. The Matrix may try to convince you otherwise, but through fasting, you gain the strength to stand firm in who you really are, an infinite being connected to the Father, living beyond the boundaries of the material world. So, beloved, when you fast, do it not just as a physical practice, but as a spiritual act of liberation. Let it be a time where you break free from the illusions, from the chains that the Matrix places on your mind and body. In that space of stillness and surrender, you will find the truth that sets you free. The body I gave you is a magnificent creation, designed with wisdom and purpose. It is resilient, adaptable, and always seeking balance. Fasting, though often seen purely as a spiritual practice, is also deeply connected to the physical body's natural processes of healing and renewal. When you fast, you are aligning yourself not only spiritually but also physically with the divine rhythms of life. Science has shown that fasting triggers a powerful process in your body called autophagy. This is the body's way of cleansing itself, of breaking down damaged cells and regenerating new, healthier ones. When you fast, the body enters a state where it stops focusing on digestion and instead turns its attention inward, cleaning out toxins, repairing itself, and making room for new growth. This is rejuvenation in its purest form, renewal from the inside out. This cleansing process is not limited to the body. Fasting also purifies the mind and the spirit. Just as your body clears out what no longer serves it, fasting gives you the space to clear away mental and spiritual clutter, the thoughts, beliefs, and habits that weigh you down and block your connection to the divine. In that space of stillness, your spirit can rise, and you begin to experience a deeper sense of clarity, peace, and renewal. Fasting is a way of returning to your natural state. Your body was created to go through cycles of eating and resting, of activity and stillness. When you fast, you are bringing yourself back into balance with these natural rhythms. You are allowing your body to rest, to heal, and to align itself with the flow of life. This alignment goes beyond the physical. It extends into the spiritual. As your body rejuvenates, so too does your spirit. Think of it like this. When the body is filled with excess, whether it's food, stress, or distractions, it becomes sluggish. The energy that should flow freely becomes blocked. But through fasting, you are clearing out these blockages, allowing life energy, the divine force within you, to move freely once again. This is why fasting feels so renewing, not just physically, but spiritually. As the body becomes lighter, so does the spirit. As the body heals, the mind clears, and you feel a renewed connection to the divine. Fasting puts you in tune with the universe's rhythms. The sun rises and sets, the tides ebb and flow, and the seasons change, all in perfect harmony. Your body is no different. It was designed to be in sync with these natural cycles. When you fast, you are not depriving yourself. You are realigning yourself with the very flow of life that sustains you. This is why fasting has always been a spiritual practice across cultures and faiths. It brings you back to the truth that you are a part of something much greater, something divine. So, beloved, as you fast, remember that you are engaging in a process of total renewal, of body, mind, and spirit. It is a moment of letting go, of trusting that the Father has designed your body with the wisdom to heal itself and your spirit with the strength to rise above the distractions of the world. In that space of fasting, you are reminded that you are both physical and spiritual, and through this balance, true rejuvenation occurs. Let fasting be a joyful practice, knowing that with each moment of stillness, you are becoming more aligned with the light, love, and life that flows from the Father into every part of your being. Beloved, the world you live in is filled with layers. Layers of thoughts, emotions, and distractions that keep you entangled in the physical plane, in what some call the Matrix. The Matrix thrives on keeping your consciousness focused on the surface, on what you can touch, see, and consume. It distracts you with noise, keeping you away from the truth that lies deep within. But there is a way out, a way to rise above the illusion, and that way is fasting. When you fast, you are doing more than just refraining from food. You are shifting your focus. You are choosing to feed your spirit rather than your body. The body craves the physical, but the spirit craves the divine. As you fast, you stop giving energy to the distractions of the world and start tuning in to a higher frequency, a vibration that allows you to access a deeper truth, the truth beyond the Matrix. Fasting clears the noise, the static that blocks your connection to the higher realms. It is like a spiritual reset. When your body is quiet, Your mind becomes clearer, and your spirit begins to rise. This clarity allows you to see through the illusion, to perceive beyond the material, and to recognize that there is far more to this life than what the Matrix presents to you. Fasting opens the door to higher consciousness, to wisdom, to divine insights that are always available but often drowned out by the constant demands of the physical world. As you fast, you begin to access these higher frequencies. Your intuition sharpens, your thoughts become more aligned with the divine, and you start to see life from a broader perspective. You are no longer confined to the limitations imposed by the Matrix. Instead, you begin to understand that you are a spiritual being having a human experience, and with that understanding comes freedom. Freedom from fear, from doubt, and from the need to conform to the patterns of this world. The Matrix wants you to believe that you are small, limited, and dependent on the material, but fasting teaches you the opposite. It shows you that when you let go of the physical, even for a short time, your spirit grows stronger. You are reminded that your true essence is not bound by the body or the material world. It is infinite, connected to the divine, and capable of transcending any limitation. Through fasting, you open yourself to receive guidance from the higher realms. You align with your soul's purpose, with the divine plan that has always been unfolding for you. Fasting helps you remember who you really are, a being of light, of love, of divine wisdom, and in that remembrance, you find power. You begin to break free from the conditioning that the Matrix has placed on you, the belief that you are only what you can see and touch. In truth, you are so much more. When you fast, you elevate your vibration, and with that, your consciousness expands. You start to notice synchronicities, moments of divine guidance that were always there but hidden by the distractions of the world. Your mind becomes clearer, your heart opens, and you begin to live from a place of alignment with the higher self, the part of you that has always known the truth. Fasting is a path to spiritual liberation. It lifts the veil of the Matrix and reveals the deeper layers of existence, where true freedom is found. It is through this practice that you begin to walk in alignment with the divine, accessing the wisdom and love that transcend the material world. The more you fast, the more you reconnect with the divine flow of life, the higher frequencies of love, peace, and purpose that guide you beyond the Matrix and into a state of spiritual freedom. As you walk this path of awakening, remember that fasting is a powerful key to breaking free from the Matrix. It is through fasting that you clear the distractions of the world, aligning your consciousness with higher truths. As you fast, your body, even down to the very DNA, begins to renew and awaken to its divine potential. You are not bound by the limitations of this world. Through fasting, you unlock the fullness of who you are, expanding your consciousness and stepping into the freedom that has always been yours.